Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. We are studying the four woeful planes, right? So last week we talk about hell, animal realm, and beta realms, right? Beta realms. So today we are going to study the host of Asūras, Asūra, the host of Asūra. So here, the Asūra means no brightness, like a devas. Actually, normally in Pali we call it deva or devata. So that means that the beings who have bright and radiance, right? Radiance. So here, Asūra means no bright or no radiance. The meaning is, so they are similar to the Petas. For that reason, in many suttas, the Buddha taught only three types of awful planes, right? Because those Asūras are incorporated in the beta realms, right? Beta realms. So they are no different, no difference. So as you all know that this is classified by Venerable Anuruddha, the one, the author who wrote Abhidhamma Sangha. So now he mentioned four group, right? So actually in the suttas, it is just mentioned only three, right? Only three. But here he separate Petas and Asūra, right? Those are Asūra. Those are Asūra. For that reason, now we have four awful planes, right? Four awful planes. So for that reason, there is some debate during the 3rd century BC at the time of King Asōka. For that reason, so in the Pali Canon, we have 5 destinations, right? Number 1, hell. Number 2, the realm of animal realms. Number 3, beta realms. Number 4, human realms. And number 5, deva realms, right? But here, when we talk about deva, that means 6 heavenly realms and all the Brahma realms, right? All the Brahma realms. Here only 5, but especially in the suttas, it is mentioned only 5 destinations, right? The realms where the beings will be born. Number 1, hell. Number 2, the realm of animals. Number 3, beta realms. Number 4, human realms. And number 5, deva realms. Only 5. But some of the monks, they want to add another one, the realm of Asūra. For that reason, they argue that we have 6 destinations, not 5, right? For that reason, in Kattavatu, the 5th Abhidhamma books, it is clearly mentioned that there is only 5 destinations, not 6, right? According to Kattavatu, the way Venerable classifying his grouping is wrong, right? According to Abhidhamma text, right? According to 5th Abhidhamma text. It's just for knowledge, right? It's not very important. Okay. So for that reason, if we incorporate Asūra, the realm of Asūras, so we have only 3 awful planes. So those Asūras enjoying sensual pleasure sometimes, but sometimes they suffer, like a Vedas, right? Like a Vedas. Normally, the commentary mentions one of the Asūras is very ugly, a very little mouth with a very small hole, right? And his eyes are just like a prawn, right? Prawn, you know, just like a prawn. How to say? Protrude. Actually, the mouth is so small that cannot see. Like this, very ugly, right? With a big belly, the belly. So one of the Asūra, he is so thirsty that he has been suffering for a long time, so thirsty. He requested water to those, to the monks who are going for Panapada. The monks tell him, you can drink water from the Ganga river. But he said that, I do not see any water, even he is in front of the river. For that reason, the monks, they bring water with their arms full and pour, letting lying down on the ground, and they pour water into his mouth, right? Even though they try, but it fails, right? Because of their karma. So beings are owner of their karma, right? So just like that, normally, but there are some Asūra, so they enjoy sensual pleasure, but most of the time they suffer like a Veda, right? And they do not have a separate realm, so their realm is in the human abode, in the forest, in the caves, nearby the mountain, river, etc. Right? So actually, Venerable Anuruddha, the author of Abhidhamma Sangha, he take it as a separate realms, right? So actually, in the Pali Canon, only 3 Opu planes, right? But actually, not only 3 Opu planes, it can be more than that. But even in the Pali Canon, the Buddha gave only 3 names, but saying that etc., right? Etc. For those who do unwholesome actions, they can have a rebirth. They might reborn in the hell, animal realm, and beta realm, and other bad destinations, right? Other bad destinations. So maybe we couldn't say that he is wrong, because the Buddha said other bad destinations, right? We can add into other, right? Other. So this is the whole Asūra. This is one of the 4 awful planes, right? One of the 4 awful planes. But here we have one controversial issues. If we say Asūra, we normally think that so the Asūra, they are who are fighting with the Deva from Davanisa heaven, right? Actually, the whole sort of Asūras are different from the Deva Asūra. So they are different from Asūra who are fighting with the Deva from Davanisa heaven. So those Asūras who are living in the cave underneath the Mount Meru, actually their place, the Deva Asūra, their place is a, how to say then, underground of the Mount Meru, right? Mount Meru. So they are living. So actually their place is just like a Davanisa heaven. So they are living there. So there is only one difference with the Davanisa heaven, a Kaino tree, right? Kaino tree. So actually they have a very big tree in their realm, and also there is a very big tree in Davanisa. There's only different. The other time they do not notice. Only when that tree bloom, so they know it. This is not their realms. It's not their place. So they only then they remember their former place. So their former place is the Taorinsa heaven. So it is said that in earlier time, so their former place is the Taorinsa. So a group of 33 gentlemen, they have a rebirth in Taorinsa heaven because of their good deed, right? So when they came, the devas who are living earlier, so they are celebrating, drinking a lot of alcohol. So those the devas, Asūras, they invited those 33 devas as well to join and to drink alcohol together. So actually, the leader of 33 those devas is called Sakka. Sakka told the rest of his fellow devas, do not drink alcohol. But when they offer, you just pretend you're drinking, then just throw away. But of course, when they offer the alcohol, they pretend that they are drinking, right? But they just throw away. So when the Asūra drank, right? Then they do not know what is happening in their environment. So by that time, it is said that Sakka and his fellow devas, 33, right? So they throw away, they take the leg of the Asūra and throw. So actually, as you know, the Taorinsa happens at the top of Mount Meru, right? So Sakka and his fellow devas, so they throw away those Asūra who are drunk, right? So because of their former good actions, good deed, so there is a new realm or a new abode for them. It is underneath the Mount Meru. Very similar to Taorinsa, right? As I earlier said that, so there is only one difference, very big trees, right? But actually I forgot the name of the trees. I do not know how to call in English. So anyway, only when that tree bloom flowers, they recognize that this is not their place. Only then they remember, right? More place. Then they come forward to fight with the Taorinsa, with the Deva, with the from Taorinsa heaven, to capture their former place, right? So for that reason, there are actually the fighting between the Deva from Taorinsa heaven and Asūras are mentioned in the many places, especially in Sutta Nikaya. I think you may know the Cakkapala. The Cakkapala is used as a preta chanting. It is from our big Sutta book, right? In our temple. So the Cakkapala is mentioned there. So that Sutta mentioned the fighting between the Deva from Taorinsa heaven and Asūra, right? So by that time, Sakka, the king of Asūra, encourage or motivate his devas. If there is fear during the battle with the Asūra, you just look at my flag or my banner. If you see my banner, you'll be motivated, your fear will run away. But in case if you do not see my flag, just see the flag of Prajapati and the flag of Varuna and Isana, the other great devas, right? Great devas. If you see their flag, and your fear will run away, right? Actually, the Buddha retold the story to the monks. And the Buddha said that monks, the Sakka has fear in his mind. By looking at his flag, the fear might run away or does not run away. because Sakka still have a fear, right? So if you stay in the forest, you might have a fear, right? You might have a fear. If you have a fear, you just remember my 9 qualities. Itipiso Bhagawa, Aran Samasamboda. If you do not want to remember my quality, my attributes, just remember the attribute of the Sangha, Dhamma and Sangha, right? So if you remember, if you recollect the quality of triple gems, all the fear will run away. The reason is, in my mind there's no fear, right? No fear. So in that sutta, I think that the Buddha encouraged, the main thing is the Buddha encouraged the monks to recollect the quality of Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha when we have a fear in our mind, right? When we are frightened. So anytime, any cases, right? So we can remember, we can chant Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. For that reason, I normally recommend for those who are terminally ill, so trying to chant Itipiso Bhagawa and Sakkado Bhagavata Dhammo and Sobripano. So the quality of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, because we can chant, we can easily remember, we can chant anytime, right? So when we are chanting, trying to remember the meaning of Itipiso Bhagawa, right? So it's very powerful. The Buddha himself recommended, right? To recollect the quality of triple gems, right? But it's not, actually we are always chanting, we can memorize, and whenever we have a fear in our mind, we can chant easily, right? I was told that during the domestic flight in Myanmar, so at that time the airplane is not very good. So flying from Burma, a small city, and Mandalay, so there are so many monks in the aircraft. One of my friends is among them. So actually, airplane is just dropped many times. Everybody in the airplane afraid. Chanting Itipiso Bhagawa. The whole airplane chanting, the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. Even the monks at the time. So they're chanting, everybody is in fear. So they're afraid to die. Everybody afraid to die. So the whole airplane is very noisy with the chanting. So, but of course, it will help us, right? Even in very frightening occasions. So, luckily, maybe because of chanting, the power of because of chanting, then my friend can retell the story. Really good experience, eh? Good experience. So, okay, so this is these Asūras are different from the host of Asūra. So therefore, we have to differentiate with the host of, right? Asūra Kaya. In Pali, Asūra Kaya. Actually, it is mentioned in the book, right? Actually, I just use Bhikkhu Bodhi translation. So Deva Asūras and the host of Asūra are different, right? Totally different. So if you look at this one, even the Deva, they're fighting, right? They're fighting each other. Actually, I have read one of the history book, the fighting between Burmese soldier and Mongolian soldiers at the 30th century AD. So at the time, Mongolia is very powerful. So So actually they occupy China, they occupy Europe, and even they're trying to occupy Japan and North Korea, right? Very powerful. So almost every country in the Asia have to give how you call it, tax or something like this, have to pay, right? The Myanmar king denied to pay it. For that reason, the army, very big army from Mongolia, came and occupy. To destroy Bagan, at the time the capital city of Bagan. So the historian said that the devas who come along with the Mongolian army are so powerful that the deva, the guardian devas living in the Bagan, cannot defend. Even the deva have to flee. It is said that, very interesting, right? Very interesting. Actually, it is even Mahaparinibbana Sutta. And the Buddha said that at the time, the Buddha is going to pass away. At the time, King Ajatasattu is trying to build a very big mega city under the name of Pataliputra. So that became Patana, right? The Buddha said that. So this city, this one will be the biggest cities of the Aryan people. The Buddha predict, right? It is mentioned in Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So the Buddha said that construction is undergoing. So the Buddha said that the places where a powerful people, just like a merchant and ministers, powerful deva occupying those places. Where the places poor people were occupying, and lower deva are occupying those places. The Buddha see with divine eyes, right? I think it is also interesting. You can read in the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, right? Mahaparinibbana Sutta. So here, even the deva are fighting, right? For that reason, in the Pali Canon and commentaries, you will find a lot of, the first two heavenly realms, Chatumara, Tawadensa, they mix that with the human realm. So they have some problem because they are connected with the human. Or this the earth, right? The earth. So later I think you will know that above the Tawadensa we have a Yamaran, less problem. No problem. They are enjoying themselves, right? They do not mix that with the human realm. Right? It's very interesting. Here, Asūras literally mean anti-God. They are different from the God. God means the devas from Taodensa heaven, right? They are opposite. Opposition party, I would say that. Opposition party with the deva from Taodensa, right? Some people translate as a Titan, right? Titan. In some places, the Buddha said that they enjoy in the great oceans, right? So the great oceans. So their body is too big that they can enjoy in the great oceans. For that reason, some of them they translate as a Titan, right? Titan. So as I earlier said that there were once gods in Taodensa, and so Deva Asūrā were once god in Taodensa, but fall down from their state because of drinking, right? So they attempt to go to return there from a place is always fail, right? It is said that nobody is killed in the battlefield. They just frighten each other. Sometimes Asūrā can go up to the Davarinsa realm, but if the Davarinsa Deva close the city gate, they cannot come in. So they can approach only up to the gate. It is said that, right? It is said that. So it means the Deva and Davarinsa, they have to draw back, right? Withdraw. But sometimes the Deva and Davarinsa have been drive them Asūrā back to their place, right? So for that, there is no complete destruction of fighting among them. So there is no killing each other, just fighting each other, right? So it is a interesting story. Okay. Any question? Okay, let's go. We have 7 sensuous blissful planes. So this is translated by Bhikkhu Bori, the sensuous blissful plane. In Pali, Kama Sukati. Kama means sense sphere, Sukati means good destinations. As far as sense sphere is concerned, so these 7 realms are very good, right? Very good. Human realm and 6 heavenly realms. So they are called 7 sensuous blissful planes, right? 7 sensuous blissful planes. So if you do good deed, if you do dana and sila, not only actually dana alone is not enough. So you have to combine at least a little bit of sila, right? So then only you will have a rebirth in the sensuous blissful planes, right? Sensuous blissful planes. Number 1, human realm is a mixture of both pain and pleasure. This is a significant, how to say, the character of human realms, right? So as you all know that we have a good and bad, and pain and pleasure. Here in the human realm, the present karma or action plays an important role, very important. Without making money, you cannot survive. But if you are too lucky, right, you can survive, you can stay. If you are too lucky, if you have a lot of good deed, right? But you have to, anyway, you still have to make a lot of effort, right? To live in the human realm. Not just like a heavenly realms, right? Not just like a heavenly realms. In the human realm, there is no definite lifespan. There's no definite lifespan. It depends. Sometime 10 years old. So sometime you cannot count how many years, right? We call it incalculable lifespan, right? You cannot calculate how many years. So in Pali it's called asincheya, right? So we depend on our moral conduct. If our moral conduct is very low, it will be 10 years. When you are 5 years old, you will get married. Then you will give birth. Then 10 years you will die. Right? So this is the lowest lifespan for the human realm. Right? Lowest lifespan in the human realm. So at that time there will be a very big fighting. If you extend your hand, you will get the weapon, any weapon you like. So you will fight with other people using those weapons, right? A group of people will hide in the jungle. So when the fighting finished, many people will die. Then those people who are hiding somewhere, they will come out and they will think about what they have done. the cause of those fightings are moral contact, ethic, morality, right? From the time on, they trying to control their bodily and verbal actions. Then, because of development of moral contact, their lifespan increase 10 years to 20 years, 20 years to 40 years, like this, right? Up to incalculable years, right? So, when the moral standard is highest, their lifespan will be highest, right? So I think that is mentioned in Akenya Sutta, right? Mentioned in Akenya Sutta as well as Cakkapala, the universal monarch in the Digha Nikaya, right? So Akenya Sutta. It is interesting. So for that reason, no definite lifespan. No definite lifespan. But as you all know that we have 4 big islands, right? So we are Southern Island. In the Southern Island, our lifespan is not definite. Sometimes 10 years, sometimes incalculable years, right? No definite lifespan. It is said that now we are 75-year lifespan. 75, sometimes some people say 100, right? Between 100 and 75, right? So according to those descriptions, so our lifespan is decreasing. I don't know. Now if we look at the history of our lifespan, the lifespan of human beings are increasing, right? So life expectancy, right? Life expectancy in the developed countries are increasing, right? So, but that is what, especially what the Pali Canon, even the Pali Canon, commentary, especially commentaries, right? Not only in Buddhism, it is interesting that not only in Buddhism, but also in other religions as well, especially in the Christianity. I also look at what they say. So they always remind people, now this is the last minute for the people trying to place faith to their God or to their Christ, right? So they are emphasizing the last minutes in the world, right? The world is going to an end. Very interesting. In the 11th century or 10th or 11th century in Japan, so there is a lot of disasters, a lot of earthquake, fire, and also tsunami. So by that time, people think that the world is going to an end. For that reason, the Buddhist monks at the time, and they created a system. So just chant the name of the Buddha, Amitabha. Amitabha. If you chant many times, so you will go to Pure Land. Because people at the time think that the world is going to an end. So actually it is called, I forgot any usage, so there is a particular term to call that name. So actually, I hear from the Japanese professor. So when I stay in Sri Lanka, and he talk about history of Buddhism in Japan. So at the time, a lot of disasters. From those disasters, the Buddhist monks at the time trying to teach the easier way, right? If you chant the name of the Buddha for many times, then you will go to Pure Land, right? So this is a human, not only in Buddhism, but also other religions as well, right? Anyway, in Buddhism, even Theravada, we believe that our lifespan is decreasing, right? Decreasing. But Akenya Sutta clearly said that it because of our conduct, right? But if our contact is height, our lifespan will be height, right? Okay, so this is a in the human realm. There's no definite lifespan, but in we have 4 great islands, right? So we are from southern island. So in that so we are only in southern island. The lifespan of human beings not definite, but the people in the northern island, so their lifespan is fixed, 1,000 years, 1,000 years in the northern island. And eastern island, 700 years, so their lifespan is fixed. And western island, the people in the western island, 500 years, so their lifespan is fixed, right? So I think it is very interesting. In the north, 1,000. In the east, 700. In the west, 500. In the south, no definite lifespan, right? So this is a some of the Sutta also mention like this, right? Some of the Sutta also mention about 4 great islands and also 4 great oceans, Mount Meru, and heavenly realms and Brahma realms, right? So the commentary collect all these information, and they make the Buddhist cosmology, right? Buddhist cosmology. Okay, so this is a human realm, right? Human realm. Let's talk about 6 heavenly realms. Heavenly realms are the places of enjoyment. Normally, they are enjoying sensual pleasures almost all the time. So actually, for them, the karmas that they have accumulated earlier will play an important role, right? They don't need to do anything. Because of their previous karma, they can enjoy, right? They can enjoy. So there are less sufferings in the 6 heavenly realms. Their lifespan is generally definite and very long. But some deities die before their lifespan is exhausted. So this is the lifespan is very long. Later you will know. I think even in the book, page number, what is it? 186, right? You can see page number 186, 87, 187. You can see their lifespan, right? Very, very long. But some devas, especially from the first heavenly realms, they die before their karma is exhausted. Their lifespan is exhausted. Especially in the first heavenly realms, so there are many type of devas. So I think that some of the devas are living nearby human beings, just like a guardian spirits of trees, right? So they belong to the first heavenly realms. So as I earlier said that the first heavenly realm is Chaturmarajika, right? Chaturmarajika. So actually their center is at the half place of the Mount Meru, right? Mount Meru. And from at the first half of the Mount Meru up to the town, right? Up to the human place. So there are many type of devas. Not only deva, but also Yakka, and just like the Alavaka, right? Alavaka Yakka, and he also belonged to the first Chaturmarajika. And the guardian spirits of the trees, they also belong to the first heavenly realm. So there are some small devas, tiny devas, who are living, who are dependent on the guardian spirits of the trees. So they are also belong to the first heavenly realm. Their lifespan is sometime 1 week, sometime 50 days, 1 month, like this. So some devas from the first heavenly realms are very short, right? But some devas, just like the Alavaka, so their lifespan is very long, pretty long. But in general, so their lifespan in the 6 heavenly realms, finite, right? Fixed. But some devas, so they dying before their life expectancy, right? Life expectancy, because of 4 reasons. Some deva dying because of exhaustion of lifespan. So actually, many of the devas in the first heavenly realm, so they die because of exhaustion of their lifespan, right? This is normal death, right? Normal death. Second one, exhaustion of past karma. Some devas, they accumulated a little bit of merit, and they rebirth in heaven, and exhaustion of that karma, they come back, right? They come back. So earlier, I think that I have shared the story of a monk, an old monk in Sri Lanka. So one of the old monks, one of the monk, he ordained his father because his father is a hunter, always killing enemies, right? Enemies. So he is going to die, but his son, monk, think that if his father died in this way, he will go to hell. For that reason, he ordained his father. So before he is going to die, then he is shouting and murmuring that a big black dog are coming. And his son know that his father going to hell, right? Because this is one of the signs to go to hell. For that reason, right away he bring his father to the Mahachitya, a great pagoda, and he prepare the flowers and everything, and he told his father, you are now in the stupa, on the stupa ground, and I prepare the flowers and offer the flower to the pagoda, and his father did. Then he said that, I saw a group of devas coming, right? Devas coming. So this is the sign to go to heaven, right? Maybe for those people, and they will have limited karma, right? So they may die before their life expectancy. So this is called exhaustion of past karma, right? So their karma is not enough to stay up to the lifespan, right? And number 3, forgotten to eat food. In the 6 heavenly realms, they need to eat food, right? But of course, this is a special food. They don't need to cook. So that appears because of their karma, right? Previous karma. In English, we call it ambrosia, right? Ambrosia. It is very powerful that if you eat one time, it can last 1 month. 1 month means not human 1 month. They are 1 month, right? Actually, their 1 month is very long. 50 days in human realm is only 1 day in the Chaturmarajika, right? Chaturmarajika. And 400 years in human realm, 200 years in human realm is only 1 day in the Tower in the heaven. Just like that, right? Just like that. Very long, pretty long. Later I will explain. Forgotten to eat food. Actually, as you all know that in the heavenly realms, so there are a lot of things to enjoy, right? For that reason, some of the devas are enjoying sensual pleasures, playing here and there, right? Then they even forget to eat. Actually, they have died. How to say? Their stomach is very, how to say that, karmic digest system is very strong, that even they can digest ambrosia. As a human beings, we cannot digest those food. But their digest system is so powerful that if there's no food in the stomach, so that system of, how to say, they burn their body. So in this way, they die. Not because they forgot to eat, right? They forgot to eat. So their digest system in their stomach and burn their body. So in this way, they died. But when the deva died, you cannot find the body. Because of the karma, it disappears like a fire, right? Like a fire. So this is the forgotten to eat food. So there are some devas who are enjoying sensual pleasures and even forgot to eat food, right? And number 4, extreme aversion toward the fellow devas. Some devas are jealous of other devas because even the deva realms, so there is different, how to say, the different, depend on their karma, they have a different glory, different radiance, and different possession, and different power, right? Those deva who are lower, so they have a strong jealousy that they look at those devas, right? The later they feel angry looking at each other. So the anger is so strong that the anger or jealousy burn their body. So their body is so settled that, so that intense anger or aversion burn their body. So their body is very, very settled that we cannot see them, right? So because of a very intense aversion or anger, and their body is burned. So because of a extreme aversion or intense aversion, right? So there are some deva like this. It's very strange, right? Very strange. Especially those deva exist in the first heavenly realms, right? The first heavenly realms. So the last 2 are mentioned in Brahmajala Sutta. Yeah, Brahmajala Sutta, right? The last 2. Forgotten to eat, Kaita Padosika. And intense aversion toward fellow devas, Manopadosika. These 2 devas are mentioned in the Brahmajala Sutta, right? Brahmajala Sutta. Okay, let's go to the 6 heavenly realms. 6 heavenly realms. Number 1, Chaturmarajika, the realm of the 4 great kings. So in that realm, 4 great deva kings governed. 1 in the east direction, 1 in the west direction, 1 south, 1 north, right? So there are 4 great devas. So they are under the deva king Sakka from the tower in the heaven. So the deva, they have to report to the Sakka, deva king. Just like a government, right? 4 ministers. So they are separate heavenly realms, right? Heavenly realms. So when we read the Sutta, there are many occasions that those Devas come and meet with the Buddha, and some of the Devas even meet with the people, right? So when you look at Nandamata Sutta, the Deva kings who govern in the northern part, and he go in southern regions on his business, and he hear the chanting of Nandamata, right? And he just listen patient with attentively. After chanting, he rejoice, saying sadhu, 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 right? Like this. So 4 great Deva kings govern the Deva heavenly realm. So it's called Chatumarajika. So their lifespan is 5 celestial years. 5 celestial years. As I earlier said that 50 days 50 days in the human realm is just 1 day in Chatumarajika. So it is mentioned in Visakha Sutta, chapter 3, Sutta number 70. Chapter 3, Anguttara Nikaya, chapter 3, Sutta number 70. So actually, the lifespan of 6 heavenly realms are mentioned in that sutta, right? 50 days human realms and 50 days in the human realms is just 1 day in Chatumarajika. Then we can count 50 human day. 1 day in Chatumarajika, 50 days, right? Then we have a 30 days a month, right? Let me check it out. We have a 30 days a month, and 1,500 days, 30 days, right? And we have a 12 month a year, right? 12 month a year. So if we multiply with the 12, that will be 80,000. Sorry, this one not very good. We have a 80,000. 80,000, right? Then we have to multiply 80,000 with the 500 year, right? Now, if we multiply 500 year, this will be 9 million. 9 million years. 9 million years, right? If we calculate the lifespan of Chatumarajika in human lifespan, 9 million years, right? Actually, it's mentioned here. Not mentioned, right? Not mentioned. Sorry that I cannot. I cannot write my note. And then later, if I have time, I may add in, right? I may add in. Just remember that. So just remember that if we count 500 celestial lifespan of Chatumarajika, it will be 9 million, right? 9 million. The lifespan of Tawarenza heaven, the lifespan of Tawarenza heaven is 1,000 celestial years. 2 days in Chaturmarajika heaven is only 1 day in Tauranga heaven. It increased, right? So you can multiply 9 million with the 4. How many? 9? 36, right? 36 million human lifespan. The lifespan of Yama is a 2000 celestial years. 2 days in Tauranga heaven is just 1 day in Yama heaven. So you have to multiply 36 with the 4. How many years? I will see my note. Huh? How many? 144, right? $144, yes, you're right. 144. Then you can multiply with the 4. The lifespan of 2 theta heaven. Lifespan of 2 theta heaven is 2-fold, right? Multiplying 2-fold, 4,000 celestial years. So you can multiply 144 million with the 4. That means 576 human year, right? Then you can multiply that number with the 4. So that will be the lifespan of Nimanarati. So it will be 2,304 million. Then you can multiply that with the 4. 9,260 million, right? 60 million years. Very long, right? Very long, very long. So this is the nature of, as you go higher, the lifespan is longer, right? Longer. Very interesting, very interesting. So here, if you look at Chaturmarajika, this is the epoch of 4 great kings who govern, right? So those 4 great kings are under the king of Tauranga heaven. It's called Sakka, not Chakka. Sakka, right? So actually, so there are many stories of the king of Sakka. As you all know that the Buddha also go to Tauranga heaven to preach the Dhamma. Actually, when we start to learn Abhidhamma, I said that it is illogical. It is not possible that the Buddha go to Tauranga heaven to teach Abhidhamma. So actually, I have explained, right? But of course, the Buddha went to Tauranga to teach other discourses. There are many suttas that the Buddha went there and sit down underneath the big trees and teach to the Deva, the audience of the Devas, right? So there are many discourses the Buddha preached in Tauranga heaven, but not Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is not taught by the Buddha. We have many evidences, right? So we can say that. So there are many encounters with the Buddha. The Sakka come to the Buddha and listen the Dhamma, right? So there are many occasions. Yama, the realm of no pain. So as you all know that in Tauranga, the Tauranga heaven, the Devas in the Tauranga heaven, so they are, some of them are earth-born Devas. So the Devas who are living, in the mission which are connected with the earth. So the earth here means Tauranga heaven is situated at the top of Mount Meru, right? the mansion, heavenly mansions, so that is situated at the top of Mount Meru. So they are called Umataka Deva, the Devas who are upbound Devas. Some of the Devas are living in the space. So they are called Akasata and space-bound Devas, right? Space-bound Deva. But here, Yama, the realm of no pain, so they are space-bound realms. So their realms is nothing connected with the earth, right? Because they are above towerings are heaven. So they are, that Yama heaven is not connected with the earth, right? So therefore, the commentator, they said that less problem, because their realm is not connected with the earth, right? So therefore, Yama means not Yama, Yama. The king of hell is Yama, not Yama, right? So Yama, the realm of no pain. And before Tusita, the realm of contented dwellers, the Deva in the Tusita heaven are so happy, so enjoying with their life that because they are contented with something they have, right? So they, for that reason, so Tusita, the Deva in Tusita's heaven are very happy. It is said that future Buddha, Bodhisattvas, are normally was born there before they become the Buddha. So the mother of Buddha, Yama Devi, right? And she was born there. Some of the monks in Myanmar, even my teacher, and they went to rebirth in Tusita, because they believe that in Tusita heaven, so there are some devas who can preach the Dhamma and they can practice in Tusita heaven. So one of the famous monks are the monks who can memorize the whole Tipitaka with the first time, and the one who is recorded in the Guinness World Book as the most intelligent man in the world is recorded in the Guinness Book. And he also, it is said that he also wished to have a rebirth in Tusita heaven. So it is said that Tusita heaven is the best heavenly realm as a Buddhist, right? As a Buddhist. 2 years ago, I visit hospice. The lady is going to die. Then I just blessed, and her family said that she want to get a Buddhist name. Her name is start with the T. So therefore, I gave the name to Sita. to Sita. And I didn't depend on the first letter, but I give the name to Sita. I think she is very happy. I think. So as a Buddhist, the name Tusita heaven is supposed to be the best, right? Because we believe that there are many Deva who can preach, right? In Tusita heaven. Especially the Buddha to be, right? Bodhisattva. Next one is a Nirmanarati, the realm of Deva who delight in creating things. So in the first four Deva realms, so they have their own wife and husband. But here, in the fifth, there is no, so they don't have a fixed partner. If they want, they will create themselves and they will enjoy. Anything, not only that, food, anything. Whatever they want, they can create themselves, then they can enjoy. Nirmanarati, right? For that reason, it's called the realm of Deva who delight in creating things. And the last one is Pranimitta Vasavati, the realm of Devas who enjoy the thing created by others. So they are more powerful and more blessed because they don't need to create themselves, and other lower devas, they will create for them whatever they win. If they win something in their mind, make ready for them. So they are, I would say that they are just like a boss. The minority, they are just like a workers, right? The workers and staff have to prepare for the boss, right? The boss, they don't need to do anything. But of course, to become a boss, not easy, right? Not really easy. For those who want to was born in Pranimita Vasavati, so it is believed that deities, angels, or we can call it the angels in the Pranimita Vasavati, very beautiful, very, very beautiful, right? For that reason, some people, when they compose a song, the girls are so beautiful, like an angel from Pranimita Vasavati. So actually, this is supposed to be higher realms, right? As far as sense sphere realm is concerned. So this is the best place to enjoy sense sphere, right? To enjoy sense sphere. You know, Mara is from Pranimita Vasavati. He's just like one of the rebel, right? One of the rebel. And he also have many followers. He's living in Pranimita Vasavati. So, whoever, the one he were trying to deter or make he were trying to distress or deter someone who is going to run away from sense sphere, right? So for that reason, some scholars, they propose that Mara is not a real deva. He is just emotional distractions. So when you want to do good things, then there is distracted thought in your mind. That is Mara. Some scholars said that, right? But according to Pali Canon as well as commentaries, we have a different type of Mara, 5 type of Mara. Deva Mara. Deva Mara is the Deva in this realm, from this realm. The one who is always making a lot of problem to the Buddha, right? To the Buddha. It can be, you can read in the Samdhanikaya, many stories that Mara trying to deter and trying to make a problem to the Buddha. Not only the Buddha, his disciple as well, right? And you can read Vinaya Pitaka, Mahavagga Pali, top volume. According to BTS, the first volume of the Vinaya Pitaka text, right? So you can, when you read those Pali Canon, you will see it's a Deva Mara, right? Deva Mara. And we also have a Kilesa Mara, defilement, right? The Mara as a defilement. So in our mind, before you come to the class, sometimes if there is heavy rain, no desire to come, right? Laziness will come. Mara. Kilesa Mara, right? Kilesa Mara, right? Kilesa Mara. Sometimes you want to do good things, then there is a state of defilement, so that you that deny, right? That deny. It is called Mara, but not Deva Mara. It is a Kilesa Mara. Kilesa means defilement, right? Defilement. And also we also have a Majju Mara, death Mara, right? Death Mara. Kanda Mara, usually. Is there anyone who knows the 5 Mara? Kanda, I think Kanda Mara. I just remember only 3. Okay. So what actually many scholars think that Mara is just a state of negative mental state. Before Bodhisattva Siddhartha leave the palace and his family, he has hesitation, right? So according to commentaries, the Mara trying to stop him not to renounce, right? And he said that if you stay back after 1 week, I think you will become a universal monarch. Then Siddhartha, the Buddha to be Bodhisattva, without hesitation, he proceed, right? He proceed. So by looking at those incidences, some scholar they said that there may be some hesitations in the minds of Siddhartha, right? Whether he should go or he shouldn't. So that is according to them, Mara is emotional status, right? Emotional states. But of course, when we look at Pali Canon, Manisota and Samdha Nikaya, and Vinaya Pitaka as well, so there are many incidences, many examples that there is a Deva Mara, right? So he is from Pratnimita Vasavati, and he has a lot of followers, right? A lot of followers. So their lifespan is 60,000 celestial years, right? So as I earlier said that, so they are always enjoying sense pleasures because of their past karma, right? They don't need to walk, just enjoying. As a human realm, we need to make a lot of effort. So we have to rely on current karma, current action, right? Current action. I have a question long ago. I'm thinking where to keep it. I know this is the best place to answer that question. If you do not get my answer right away, please understand. So there will be a time, right, to answer the question. This is as in May, and two months ago. Is it better to be reborn in the human realm than heavenly realms? So actually, even in her email, we can get the answer. And I think I don't need to and give the reason. As we can enjoy great sensual pleasure in the heavenly realms for a very long time, all this intensify our craving. But of course, you will not have any satisfaction. However, right? For that reason, heavenly realms is a given example of a great mansion with a lot of luxuries in the mansion. The one who is coming from the very hot, under the hot sun, very thirsty, very hungry, but he will enter in the mansion with a full of luxury, a place to lie down, a place to sit, but there is no food, there is no water, right? So if we look at that simile, there will be a lot of things to enjoy, but there will be no satisfaction. You will stay demanding, right? But of course, compared to human realms, it is very enjoyable, right? Just enjoying sense pleasures, but it will not satisfy their mind. You are hungry, thirsty, even though you find it a solace in the great mansion, a great house with a full of luxuries, but no food to eat, no water to drink. You will stay hungry, you will stay thirsty, even though you stay in a big house, right? It is mentioned in Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 10. See, the Buddha mentioned 5 destinations, right? 5 destinations. Thus, isn't being reborn in the human realm better? For here, we can practice restraining our craving and actively learn the Dhamma. Being born in the human realm thus has a greater potential for the deliverance. Could you comment? I think no comment. It is mentioned in the question itself, right? But if you want to enjoy sensual pleasures, heavenly realm is the best. When you want to get liberation or deliverance, if you want to attain Nibbana, human realms is the best, right? The best. And then it's quite clear, right? Quite clear.
Can I ask one thing? You're from Cakkapala in the heavenly realm.
Yes.
So we can practice, although there's no Sangha there. What's the point?
The question is that there are some sort of Sotapanna in heavenly realms. Yet, all right, that is mentioned. There are some heavenly realms. Even the Visakha, she is Sotapanna, and she will enjoy sensual pleasures in the heavenly realms and will go to Brahma realms step by step. At the end, she will get deliverance or Nibbana, right? But for the Devas, it is disturbing to practice Dhamma because many people are enjoying, right? Just like you are in the disco party, everybody is enjoying dancing, eating, drinking, but you are sitting at the corner, meditating. Definitely you have to come out, right? If you want to attain Nibbana, you have to come out. No desire to enjoy. Just like that. For that reason, it is said that by practicing in some of the heavenly realms, so they became non-return anagami, and they make determination to die right away and get a rebirth in the Brahma realm. So this is a type of death in heavenly realm. Actually, it's not mentioned in the full, right? So 4 causes of death in heavenly realm. So that is mentioned in the commentary, but we can add another one by determination, right? You make decision to die because for you it's not a suitable place. Then after dying, you will have a rebirth in Brahma realm, right? Then you don't want to see the people who are dancing, then you come out from the disco party. Just like that, right? Just like that. Question?
What about those that born into Shila heaven?
Sorry?
Those who are lucky to born into Shila heaven, they can actually practice together with the Bodhisattva and be reborn in the next era.
Maybe, just like a Visakha, right? So Visakha, she have a very strong attachment to the sense pleasures. Even though she offer a lot of things to the Sangha, even though she is Sotapanna, and she will still want to enjoy in the heavenly realms, right? So it is said that she will go step by step, and at the end she will attain Nibbana, right? You can do so. You can do so. Because actually, I understand that many people are lingering, right? Lingering to enjoy sensual pleasures. So before they attain Nibbana, they went to Sankapes, and even in song. Actually, in Myanmar, there are a lot of songs. Not only Myanmar, in many Buddhist countries. I think that is the influence of Mahayana idea, or maybe human habit. I think. In the song, it said that after they die, before they attain Nibbana, they want to stay together every life, right? They want to meet again and again within samsara. Very beautiful songs, right? the Kappa, they do good deed and they make a wish. Before they attain Nibbana, they went to meet every existence, right? They want to be together. Then attain Nibbana together. It is in the song, right? It is in the songs. The idea is enjoying, right? Enjoying life. But of course, we have many ideas. Okay, so this is a heavenly realms, right? As far as Nibbana is concerned, human realms is the best, right? So it is for that reason the commentary said that so the Buddha appear only in the human realm, right? The Buddha appear only in the human realm. Before we go to Brahma realm, let's see the pictures again. So we have learned that so there are hair underneath the earth, right? Underneath the earth. And we have a 4 great islands, right? 4 great islands. So at the half of the Mount Meru, there is Chaturmarajika, right? Chaturmarajika human realm. At the top, that is the Taoreans are having Yama, Tusita, Nemanarati, Pranamita Vasavati. So these are green color ones are heavenly realms, right? Heavenly realms. So above the heavenly realms, so there are 16 5 material realms and 4 immaterial realms. Altogether 20 Brahma realms, right? 20 Brahma realms. You can look at the yellow color one, right? Yellow color one. So we are going to learn the Brahma realms. According to Buddhist cosmology, we have a lot of world system like this, right? A lot of world system like this. It is said that when we multiply 100,000 multiplying 10, how many? Then this is a 1,000 million. 1,000 million, right? That means 1,000 million means 1 million, 1,000 million, 1 billion, right? So that means 1,000 billion. So 1,000 billion planets called a group, right? A group. So when the world system is called Lokadhatu, so it is consists of 100 billion planets, right? So they will disappear, they will be destroyed together. So there will be many universes outside as well, right? According to Buddhism, according to Buddhist cosmology, right? Buddhist cosmology. Before we learn all this one, we need to know 4 types of Kappa. Kappa is Pali. We can translate as a planet, right? Planet. Actually, in general, we can translate as a planet. Actually, the literal meaning is a very, very long lifespan. Very, very long lifespan. Literal translation. So we have a 4 types of Kappa. Number 1, Ayu Kappa, lifespan. So that is a normal lifespan of human beings. Now we have a 100 or 75, right? So that is called Ayu Kappa. 3 months before the Buddha died, and the Buddha told Venerable Ananda, if I wish, I can live the whole Ayu Kappa. The whole Ayu Kappa. That means the normal lifespan of human beings. So at the time, 100. And the Buddha said that if he wish, he can stay up to Ayu Kappa. 100 years, right? 100 years. But Ananda at the time was possessed with the greed. Actually, the Pali Canon said that Mara hold his, his heart or something like this, right? For that reason, even though he hear what the Buddha said, he couldn't reply. If Venerable Ananda replied, may the Buddha live until Ayu Kappa, until 100 years. The Buddha might have lived 100 years, right? By sustaining his body with the jhana, meditation, and phala, right? The power of meditation he can sustain. But the Venerable Ananda, his mind was controlled by Mara. Popular Rahula, you know, Popular Rahula, very famous Sri Lankan monk, and he write in a line, the mind of Venerable Ananda was possessed with sorrow or Mara. He take it as an emotional negative mental state, right? One of the famous writers in Myanmar also use it the same thing. So Venerable Ananda, the mind of Venerable Ananda was possessed with the sorrow and lamentation that even though he hear, he couldn't reply, right? He couldn't reply. So what I mean is, Ayu Kappa. Ayu Kappa means normal lifespan of human beings, right? Number 2, entering Eon, Antra Kappa. Number 2 is very important, so you should understand this one. Entering Kappa, so the period of time required for the lifespan of human beings that decrease from incalculable year to 10 years. As I earlier said that, at the beginning of the earth, the lifespan of human beings are incalculable years, cannot calculate. Then moral contact, the ethic drop or decrease, then the lifespan also decrease up to 10 years, right? It will decrease from incalculable year to 10 years. Then they will understand that because of their moral contact, their lifespan decrease, then they try to change their moral contact. Then their lifespan increase again from 10 years to incalculable years. So this is the time. It is called entering Eon, Antra Kappa. So the human lifespan will decrease from incalculable year to 10 years, then 10 years to incalculable year. So that is called entering Eon. It will be very, very long time, right? Very, very long time. You must understand that it is a entering Eon or Antra Kappa, right? Antra Kappa. So as I earlier said that just like a Alavaka Yaka, right? Alavaka Yaka and some other Yaka. So their lifespan is so long that just like a Antra Kappa, right? Entrance years, many, many years. Their lifespan is more than human beings, right? Then number 3, incalculable Eon, Asinchaya Kappa. The lifespan of 64 entering eons. Very long, right? The lifespan of 64 Antra Kappa. So that is called incalculable eons. Actually, no, equivalent English term. I mean, for that reason, we need to use Pali word Asinchaya Kappa, right? Asinchaya Kappa. 64, right? Then the fourth one, a great eon, Mahakappa. So that is 4 incalculable eons, 4 Asinchaya Kappa constitute 1 great eons. So here, 1 great eon is nothing but the lifespan of our planet. Our lifespan of our planet. According to science, lifespan of our planet is 4.5 billion years. That is their accounting, right? But according to Buddhist cosmology, more than that. Cannot calculate, right? Cannot calculate. So this is the Mahakappa. Great eon is the lifespan of our planet, right? As I earlier said that if this planet destroyed, so because of fire, sometime because of fire, sometime water, sometime air. 3 reasons, right? 3 reasons. So if this planet Earth is destroyed, then other 1,000 billion planets also will be destroyed together, right? Sometimes we can call it universe, right? This universe. But there are many universes as well, right? Many universes as well. So you have to know that because we are going to learn lifespan of we are going to learn the lifespan of the Brahma, right? So the lifespan of the Brahma are so long that we have to calculate with the lifespan of the great eon, right? Great eon. So the Brahma in the second Brahma realm, so their lifespan is one great eon, right? Not 1 great eon, 2 great eon, I think. Second Brahma realm, the lowest second Brahma realm, lifespan of the lowest second Brahma realm is 2 great eon, right? 2 great eon. So their lifespan is so long that we have to calculate with the lifespan of the great eon, right? For that reason, we have to know this one. So what is the 4 incalculable eon in the 1 great eon? So here, 1 great eon is the how to say the lifespan of our planet, right? Not only our planet, so surrounding planet as well, right? Then number 1, the world in the process of dissolution. So there will be a time that the world system 1,000 billion planet, a group of planet, right, will be destroyed by fire or water or air. And then next week I will explain so in which place our time period is in. So I'm very interested. So what I mean is sometime our universe will be destroyed with the fire, right? Not nuclear bomb, right? So according to Buddhist cosmology, right? So the world in the process of dissolution, this is the moment that our world system is destroying, right? Destroying. And second one is the world in the state of dissolution. It is in the state of destroying, right? It will be very, very, you cannot calculate the time, right? It is very interesting that, you know, the some of the Suttas in Pali Canon explain this one. This is from Kappa Sutta, from Anguttara Nikaya chapter 4, Sutta number 156. You can read by yourself. So Bhikkhu Bodhi also give the note in that sutta, right? In that sutta. So this is the war in the state of dissolution. Actually today no time, Next week I will go a little bit farther, right? Then number 3, the world in the process of development. Now, after destroying, the world will form again in their nature. Nobody is created. There's no creator God in Buddhism. The nature itself destroying. It will form again in their nature, right? Fire, water, air. So these are the elements that constitutes, right? We have 4 elements, great element, right? 4 great elements. In your body, in the tables, computer, great buildings, small buildings, everything consists of 4 great elements, right? 4 great elements. That's called evolutions. Then the world in the state of development. So this is the world stay as it is. It is formed just like right now, right? Where we great oceans, great mountains, living beings. So this we are in the 4th, fourth period. So that is called Vyodatai Kappa. So in Mahakappa, great eons, we have 4 periods. 1 period cannot be calculated. For that reason, we call it asincheya, incalculable eon, right? When the world is destroyed, the timing is so long that we cannot calculate the timing, right? Calculate the timing. Now we are in 4th state, right? Any question? Question? Okay, no question. Then I didn't want to go ready to go back. Then next week I will explain a little bit further, right? Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagava kata kecho aragato bala viya samangi Tam sukatan saranatamu pemi ragavi ragama ninjama sokam dhammama sangata mapatikulam madurami mambagunan suvipatan dhammami mansaranatamu pemi yatachade nama apalamahu chatusu susisu purisayugesu atacha bhogala dhammadasate sangami mansaranatamu pemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay.